Hi, it's Alyssa Martin, and I wanted to share a little bit about my personal life, my story. Everyone has a story. Um, Mine begins with being born into the Jehovah's Witness religion. So, both my parents were witnesses, they raised all of us kids as witnesses. They weren't super strict. I didn't have to answer at the meetings. I didn't have to go out in service, but I did have to go to all 3 meetings a week. And then I had a Bible study with someone from the Kingdom Hall from the time I was 12 to the time I was 19. I did get baptized at 17. I believed it was the truth. I believe that perhaps always I knew at some level that it wasn't. There were things that I had trouble with, but I resisted the doubts that I had. There were a lot of good things about the organization, not going to war and different things that appealed to me, but definitely things I had trouble with. Specifically, not addressing the resurrection of pets. From a very young age, I had trouble with that, and I was mad at Jehovah, but I was told that his thoughts are higher than ours. So I had to swallow that pill, or I chose to swallow that pill. It wasn't comfortable, but I did. There were many things that drew me to it. I believed it was the truth, and like I said, at 17 I was baptized. At 24 I was disfellowshipped, but I appealed that decision and it was overturned. So I was publicly reproved. After that, I was living in Pennsylvania, born and raised in Pennsylvania, and then I just needed to have a change. So I moved to Arizona with the full intentions of continuing to be a good little witness out there. But immediately after I got out there, I went to hang out with my girlfriends, and we were going to go to the Kingdom Hall, and they said, let's go to the bar. They're doing karaoke. I was like, all right, just this once. I had never gone to a meeting again. But I had a great time living my 20s, and there was, over time, things were starting to be revealed to me. I did believe it was the truth. I just thought that there was something wrong with me because I couldn't stay out of trouble. I couldn't do it. I just couldn't do it. I couldn't live that life. And so I thought, maybe I'll go back to it someday. But over time, different things were revealed to me. I remember talking with a gentleman, who was a really smart person, and I said, well, carbon dating's not accurate. And he said, actually it is. It's very accurate. And then he showed me. Well, who do you believe? So, but through time, things were really revealed to me, and I started to want nothing to do with spirituality or religion at all. But fast forward, I moved back to Pennsylvania, and I started researching and studying psychics and ESP because that was a taboo subject. We weren't allowed to touch that. And well, now that it's not the truth anymore, I'm going to dabble. I'm going to see, what is this all about, So I started researching, and that study led to me finding Louise Hay, who is not a psychic, but she's definitely an intuitive woman. And she wrote a book called You Can Heal Your Life, and many others. But what really drew me to it was the peace that it gave me. This is during a time where I was unraveling the lurking beliefs that I still had. I got rid of the big beliefs like, I don't believe that it's the end of the world, or I don't believe that Armageddon's coming, or whatever those big ones are. Or I don't believe that you're not supposed to have sex before you get married. It's okay. What's the big deal? But then in the back of your mind somewhere, I don't know, you tell me. In the back of my mind somewhere, sometimes these little things would come up. Is this really dabbling with the devil? Is Armageddon gonna come? Like what is happening? What really is happening? If that's not happening, well, what is happening? Just different things that would come up, and there wasn't really a centered piece in me. It was more like suppressing all that stuff just so I could live and have fun. What helped me was really exploring Louise's work and other work. I just mentioned her because it was the most profound and it was my jumping off point. So much so that I've really studied her work a lot, and I teach it all the time. So what Louise talks about is uncovering those beliefs. So I started a very intentional practice of tuning into myself, hearing those thoughts that were causing me pain, that were causing me anxiety, anger, guilt, crisis, tuning into those thoughts and really hearing them. What am I thinking? And then creating new thoughts, because I get to choose my thoughts. That's the biggest thing is that I would love to teach people, is that you get to choose your thoughts. Your mind is a tool, and you get to use your mind as a tool. Your mind is like here, and you are here. Like you're not your mind. You're above it, So, I would create new positive affirmations. And I still do this all the time. Our work here is always goes deeper and deeper, here on planet Earth. But one thing, like an example would be, when you have anxiety, one of the general thoughts you have is, oh my God, what's going to happen? And so you can replace that with, I trust the process of life. I'm safe. Everything's always working out for me. Out of this situation, only good will come. And just keep thinking thoughts like that. Like nothing serious is going on here. Everything's going to work out. And sometimes you need to say those over and over and over. A big one for me was, or is, I approve of myself. Because there's a lot of times where I'll have a thought of, did I do enough? Did I say enough? Should I have just said that? Should I have not just said that? I approve of myself. All is well. No big deal. So, those are just some simple tips. I would love to hear from you. Does my story resonate with you? Do you, what do you want to share from your story? And do you have any of those lurking beliefs that come up for you? Like we like to terrorize ourselves sometimes. So let me know about those. I would love to get a discussion going where we're helping. Again, this is Radical Love. So it's directed at us, it's directed at each other, and it's directed at the people that did possibly cause us the pain. So that being said, thank you for listening, and I look forward to hearing from you. Thank you.